Yeah, they really tried to knock me down, but they didn't knock me down. I've been through some ups and downs, but I still keep my smile. I'ma make my mama proud. I'm a king, I'ma rock my crown. They really tried to knock me down.
Peace, life, and love. You're here with your host, Brotha Peace, here with another episode of Peace TV. I'm with my good brother TJ, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to let him introduce himself again to the platform. This is his second time here on Peace TV. It's been a minute since we last tapped in. Last time we tapped in, your locks was a lot shorter, brother. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? But we back at it again and just catching up with each other and tapping into the vibration of peace here on Peace TV.
Peace, family. My name is Tj Sykes from Richmond, California. Poet, author, and all around just traveler, knowledge seeker, lover, family oriented, community oriented, for the people. Yeah,
my brother's definitely for the people. Does a lot of works in the community, and we both from the same city, Richmond, California. We would call it real Richmond growing up. You know what I'm saying? Because it got real out here. It got real, a lot of real trauma, real pain, a lot of real low vibrations. And in the hood, all type of things go on. So, we are also advocating for going from the hood to the woods, tapping in with nature. You know what I'm saying? And my brother taps in with nature and a lot of different things that I resonate with as well as an advocate of peace. So I would say my brother is an advocate of peace as well. And we're going to touch on a topic around peace. We're going to start with that. Brother, how have you been cultivating your peace in 2024?
Smooth. Thank you. Man, in 2024, I'm trying to think back on the beginning, like January, so I'll go back to November just to get to 2024 and talk about some stuff that helped me cultivate peace in 2024. So in November, I received the artist grant, which was $10,000 for me to be able to do art in Richmond for, Richmond folks. And so with that grant, it helped me create these spaces for folks, and so one of the first things that I did was sponsored 2 spa days, one for black women and one for black men. The one that was for the black women was yoni steam, so I paid for yoni steams at a spa that's black woman ran and owned, and she facilitated that pretty much and took care of those sisters, where it was to the point where I just sent the sisters time slots. They picked the slots, and all they had to do was go there and get that care. And the other part was the Black Brothers was part of the foot soak detox, where the same sister at the same spot took care of the brothers, and they put their feet in this wooden barrel, and it was some herb steams coming under their feet and pulled all of the toxins out of their feet, out of their body from their feet. And so that was one of the things I did, and I want to talk more, but first I would like, if you are willing to share your experience with that, because you was one of the brothers who got that experience. Would you like to?
Well, you had offered me to partake in that session, but remember I got caught up. I missed that. But that's something I want to tap into.
Okay, but my bad. I forgot. I thought you was. So anyways, all right, that was something that I did with that grant. Another thing that I was able to do with that grant was really just tap into my art, my personal art. So I released a few singles, partnered up with a couple different producers, got some beats, did some studio time, got some. I was able to pay some digital artists to create covers for me, as well as I produced a mindfulness meditation album with my partner. So she helped me do the affirmations from 2 different perspectives. I did the masculine energy, and she did the feminine energy perspective. And for me, the idea of that piece was to create something from us, for us. Because a lot of times when I search for meditation personally, it's not people that look like me, people that sound like me. So it's a little bit more challenging for me to get into my space that I need to get into because I just don't feel that comfortable or I don't feel that safe to do that. And so that's why I want to create that so people have access to something that's people that look like us, that come from our experience, that can have access to that. Because also I feel like, a lot of people that come from where we come from, they not on the same type of time, they're not on the same wavelength. So a lot of the stuff we doing is kind of foreign, is different, you know what I mean? So I feel like coming from the hood, it'll be a little bit easier for a person to be open to meditating than for somebody that look like us. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was my thing from that. I did I paid for horses to come to the hood in Crescent Park, and it was a dope experience. So we was already doing a summer event to close out our youth program, our youth summer program, and I added that aspect to it, and it was crazy, like transformational. Some folks were saying like, this changed my life. Some folks had never been on horses. Some folks had been on horses when they was kids and never got back on. So a lot of people got to experience that horse medicine. Yeah, absolutely. Also, I did an art show for my birthday, displaying some of the art that I've been working on, some of the art that I've been paying artists to help me with, because I don't identify as a visual artist, so I pay visual artists to help me create the image from my words. And so I did this art exhibit, and it was dope. I paid performers to come. I perform as well. And yeah, all of these things play big parts of me being at peace, me experiencing joy, me experiencing love, me healing from trauma, me being connected to the ancestors, all of that, and more. So we can get more into some of the stuff, more deeper into whatever, but yeah, that's the gist of it.
Okay, thank you, brother, for sharing how you got into the space of cultivating your peace into 2024. And I love that, bro. Being one from the hood, but bringing different outlets of wellness and peace to the people. And being of service to others. That's one thing I noticed in you sharing of you cultivating your peace as well as being of service to others. And I feel like that's beautiful to cultivate space of wellness for others as well. Because I feel like what you put out into the world is what you'll get back. What you put out into the universe is what you'll get back. You know what I'm saying? That recycling energy, so that's very beautiful. And I'm also really into foot detoxing. I have a foot soaker at the house. And I've been looking into getting different like herbs and different blends to put in there to support with detoxifying the foot, because sometimes my feet be hurting as a man, and growing up I didn't have healthy practices of tapping into self-care. Like I just wasn't hip to it. I wasn't aware. My family wasn't big on it or educated me. But as I got older and elevated my awareness, I've been tapping into more levels of self-love, and that's a part of self-love, taking care of your feet. Like your feet is supporting your whole being, and learning more about reflexology and all that. So that's beautiful. You brought that foot soaking to the brothers, because a lot of brothers from the hood ain't hip to that. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get their feet done and shit like that and getting took care of. So thank you for bringing that to our people, and it's very necessary. And I'm glad that you cultivating your art in different ways. But this brother's a poetry artist, you know what I'm saying? Some fire poetry. And I encourage y'all who are locally here in the Bay Area to tap in with my brother and check out some of his work. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to attend his birthday celebration where he had these performers, and he had this display of art that was very beautiful. Like, it was a very beautiful theme that I never seen, but it's very beautiful and brilliant, brother. And I see you building up on that, and I would love to collaborate with you, and doing some art shows in the future, and we can talk more about that later. But art is life, and art is a way to express yourself, and I feel like art is very therapeutic. You feel me? So that's a form of cultivating your peace, is tapping into that art. I can dig that a lot because I do the same thing, cultivating my paintings and my music and my jewelry and stuff. So, man, bringing different levels of expression to the people, I feel like is key, and inspiring our people to express themselves. So many of our people have blockages, trauma, and pain, and it blocks them from being open to share their light, their love. They got to suppress it. They got to guard it, because sometimes being vulnerable for our people is a hard thing to do, because of all of the trauma and things we've been through, especially in the hood. How do you feel like, as men such as ourselves and us being on the path that we're on, why do you feel like it's so vital to bring peace and love and wellness to the hood?
I believe it's vital to bring peace and wellness to the hood because I think that's what needed the most. It's a lot of people that look like us that's in the hood,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a lot of fertile minds in the hood. And what I mean by that is everybody don't want to be in a hood in particularly, or everybody don't want to be in that type of situation, but
Mm-hmm.
everybody don't know or they don't see something that's different. So a lot of people feel like this is all they have, this is all they can be because they haven't seen nothing different. And the media and social media shows us a lot of the same messages when it comes to us as black men, as black women, as black families, as black children. And so it's important for us to bring stuff back to the hood so that people know that it's different stuff, like so we can spark those imaginations again, and so that we can help folks start to heal. Yeah.
Thank you for touching on that. Yes, the hood needs healing. I agree, and that's why brothers and sisters such as ourselves have to definitely stay connected to the hood, even though that we have grown and expanded our awareness, but still have that connection to the hood and not feeling like we're better than our people or above. But we're here to support our people and to bridge those gaps and those disconnections and just spread more awareness and light in those dark areas in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And you've been able to join me in the movement that I cultivated called From the Hood to the Woods. We also collaborated last year. You know what I'm saying? And that's some of the work that we're doing, getting our people to tap back into nature, because outside of the hood, where you can tap into nature, where you can relax, calm your nervous system, because there's a lot of trauma in the hood. Like he spoke, the hood needs healing. So taking some time away and to get out to nature, to tap into the source, to really just ground your spirit, ground your vibration. Sometimes you have that paranoia in the hood. You have that trauma, feeling anxiety. So whenever you're feeling that at times, take some time away and go recharge in nature. You know what I'm saying? Take your shoes off. Just connect. Because our bodies are made of the minerals and the elements of the earth and the universe. So we got to spend time out in nature and just reconnect to the source that supports our existence, man. How does it feel for you personally, brother, when you're out there in nature? What's your experience when you tap in, going from the hood to the woods?
Man, yeah. My experiences has all been beautiful to see a large group of black people in nature that come from all different walks, different cities, different financial backgrounds, and to be able to just exist and share like stories, share your art, share food, share water, share support, looking out for the elders that's out there, looking out for the children that's out there, looking out for the pets that's out there. People bring their pets, people bring their family, their parents, grandparents. It's been every one of my experiences has been beautiful, and every one of my experiences going out there with y'all have been different, and y'all showing me a lot of things that I've never seen in the Bay Area, bro. It's like, because we have access to so much here, you know what I mean? To be able to go to Oakland and walk up on a waterfall, that's different, you know what I mean? Yeah.
My brother was just sharing his journey, tapping in with us from the hood to the woods. And yes, we've been building community and building better human relationships outside of the hood and the concrete jungle to cultivate peace and harmony in our local community. But this is a movement we look forward to take around the world and impact many of our people, amplifying more peace and love and higher vibrations. So that's what we're doing from the hood to the woods. So I appreciate my good brother joining us and supporting. We collaborated on some hikes last year as well. So man, we're going to keep building. And when it comes to working in nature, my brother also is tapped in the garden. So I just want you to touch on agriculture and working on the land and getting your hands in the soil, and how is that peaceful and enriching to the spirit?
Absolutely. For me, gardening, anything that has to do with tending to the land is paying a respect to the earth and to the Most High and to the folks that came before us that tended this land. So when I do connect to the land, when I do put a seed in the ground, when I do create a compost system that would ultimately go back into a garden bed, it's me giving back to Mother Earth for all the things that she has given to us. I give thanks for all of the food that I eat, all of the things that I'm able to drink, the fresh fruit juices, the water, all of the seasons that we go through, from the rainy seasons to the sunny seasons to the cloudy and the droughts, all of it is connected. So when I'm in the garden, yeah, I'm always feeling like grateful and thinking about what this gonna help, who's this gonna help, from the people that need some lettuce, the people that need some chard, the people that need kale, need tomatoes, need jalapenos, need the herbs that we growing, the basils, the rosemaries, the mints. And so, yes, it's a peaceful experience, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to be able to get paid to do what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, being paid to do these works is necessary because we need to sustain ourselves and make sure we got some good prosperity, keep that good currency coming in. Especially you want to get some currency doing some things you love and you respect. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out here working and doing certain things that don't resonate with their spirit, but they're trying to make a way in their survival, in that space of surviving. So they got to do what they got to do. But so give thanks to the brother opening opportunities and possibilities for him to do things he loves and to get that exchange of currency as well. So that's beautiful. So we encourage y'all to do that as well on y'all journeys. You know what I'm saying? But you rocking with Brotha Peace, man, and y'all see I got the mushroom hat on. You know what I'm saying? So we from the hood, man, but I advocate for working with mushrooms, medicinal and psychedelic. So I want to get your perspective of mushrooms, or have you ever tried mushrooms?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I tried mushrooms for the first time. I'm trying to think if it was last year or the year before.
Now, this is medicinal or psychedelic mushrooms. Because in the hood, like growing up, for me personally, I didn't really like medicinal mushrooms, like the ones that you cook and stuff like that. I wasn't resonating with it when I grew up. But now that I'm older and more mature, I eat the medicinal and the type that you cook and also psychedelic. So if you would like to share your perspective or getting introduced to mushrooms or growing up, how did you view mushrooms, and to where you at now in your journey, what's your relationship with mushrooms?
Gotcha. That's good. For me, growing up, I don't remember eating like any mushrooms like that per se. I don't think that was. It may not have been on my plate often, like medicinal or just edible mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
As I transitioned my diet to more of a plant-based eating, I started definitely eating more portobello mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, lime main mushrooms, and stuff like that. It wasn't until I started to be around you and brothers like Michael that trying um, psychedelic mushrooms was even a thought. Like, it just wasn't a thought prior to that. And for a while, I still didn't try it because it wasn't like y'all introduced it to me, but it wasn't like y'all was pressing me to try it, and that because that wouldn't even worked. But you know what I mean? Because that ain't even what type of time it is for that medicine. It's based on when it presents itself to you, and what's your intention behind doing it. And so I feel like, but y'all did a great job of cultivating a space where people feel comfortable enough to try that while on a hike, do a microdose. And that ultimately, that was my first time doing a microdose, was on one of the hikes.
From the hood to the wood?
Yeah, from one of the hood to the wood. And it was dope. I didn't really have like a crazy experience. I believe that the medicine knows, it know you better than you know you. So it gave me what I needed in that moment. You know, I didn't need a crazy experience to just feel something other than what I was already feeling. You know what I mean? So I felt like it was like a mild body high with a mild mind high. Like, you know, it wasn't too crazy. Moving forward, when I experienced it, other times it's just every time it's a different experience. You know. So the first experience, it was real mild. The next experience, I was on another hike when we went to Oakland, and when we went to the waterfalls.
Was that waterfall?
That was the first time when I was really like, oh, ooh. Now let me tell you about, and it was just a microdose, you know. So, just first of all, okay, this is what happened. I had took a mushroom because I spent the night at my kill house, and then when we woke up that next day, he was preparing some microdoses for the hike, and I ate a mushroom. So boom, I ate the mushroom. Then I'm on my way to the hike. When I'm driving to the hike, it felt like I was in a cartoon or something. Like I'm just like, boy,
That's just
it's
something
just
like a
like,
game or something.
boy, I'm thinking like I'm on GTA or something. So, and then when I get there, it was just like ancestors were just speaking to me through people, you know, and it's only something that you can only experience, like if you're paying attention, you know what I mean? Because
You say it's very spiritual?
yeah, it's very spiritual, bro, and cause it's like these certain people was saying certain things to me that day that I'm like, I don't even know why they were saying it. It was just, that's what I needed to hear in that moment. Like, you know, like that was the first time I met Sister Blue, I believe.
Oh, wow.
She was speaking life. She had never met me, bro. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I had never met her. But if you wouldn't have knew that, you would have thought she'd been knew me, right?
I thought y'all been knew each other, brother.
No, bro.
Damn.
So that's what I'm saying. So boom, she was speaking life to me. She already just very powerful sister anyway.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, man, and I was just receiving that. And then I don't know if you remember the Sister Pat that worked with the horses that was
Yes,
there.
I do. You made a connection with her.
Yeah, I knew her before, but the things that she said to me that day was just so profound, bro. I'm like, huh? She's like, yeah, you very connected to the horses. Like, you know, like your spirit is like strong, like when you're around these horses. And she's like, you are an equestrian. I'm like, wow. Like, I didn't know that's how she felt, bro. But so, man, so that was the first thing. As soon as I got out the car and walked up to the group, them two conversations hit me. And I was like, ooh. So I was just receiving that. And then we got into the circle to like opening up the space before we went on the actual hike. And I just started like noticing, like, even when we was looking at the horses, the hairs on the horses, the way it was just moving. And then the grass, just how the grass was just moving. I'm like, whoa. Like,
you was noticing like your observation and your senses were a lot more heightened as
absolutely.
well? Okay.
Absolutely. All of them, from sight to even my hearing was enhanced. Like, it was one point on the hike where we was walking and everybody was kind of close, and it felt like, the only way I could describe it is like walking down the street in New York on Times Square. Like, you know, it's hella people, hella conversations. I'm like, ooh, I'm like, y'all be quiet. No, for real, I'm like, boy, God. It feel like all of my thoughts was just coming to me at once. Like, So, yeah. And then eventually, I guess it was like, just calmed down a little bit. And I had hella energy. I was very energetic, but it was like,
that day you was smiling a lot, I noticed, and like you just seemed like a happy.
see?
And
I was talking to everybody like, man, what's up with y'all? Like, yeah, it was like childish. I had my childish energy, and it was like, felt really good.
That's
and then,
dope.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I appreciate you sharing that. I wanted to get my brother's perspective and hear his experience tapping in with the mushrooms. I'm an advocate of tapping in, and out here in the hood, a lot of people have been conditioned to view it in a negative light, it's been demonized. So just spreading more light and awareness, and also just sharing other stories and testimonies just to reflect on to others who may be interested or never tried it or are wondering or curious. You feel me? They're brothers from the hood that tap in. This isn't just a white person thing. And this is something that our ancestors been tapped in. This is a part of the land and nature, right? So a lot of indigenous tribes will incorporate nature in their lifestyle, in their culture. And we're here in Richmond, California at Naturally Herbs, and you can see there's some herbs behind us, some different healing elements and tools, you know what I'm saying? So everything we advocate for is wellness, is peace, it's all that. So we're going to get some more builds with more of the collective and the community out here at Naturally Herbs, where we'll be touching on different examples and perspectives of wellness, healthy eating, and just cultivating healthy community, you know what I'm saying? You want to share a little bit about your journey here at Naturally Herbs and things that you've been experiencing here?
Yeah. So for me, I'm like a lifelong customer up here. I've been coming to Naturally Herbs since probably since they opened. It's been I want to say 5 years, I believe. It may be more. I might be wrong. And it was interesting because one of my young brothers that I've been working with actually made me aware of the space when I was working across the street, and he actually made this shirt. Shout out to Jerry Bo.
Jerry Bo.
Yep. So he used to wash cars across the street, and so one day he was like, "Hey, it's a herb shop across the street," and I'm like, "What you mean herb shop? Like like weed or actual tea herbs?" He like, "Nah, like tea herbs. Like they sell smoothies and everything." And I was like, "Huh, let me go check it out." So I ended up coming over here and meeting everybody, and they were selling smoothies. I bought me a smoothie, and then when I left here, I told everybody at my job, I'm like, "Man, it's a herb shop over there. They sell smoothies," and some of those folks started to come over here. But since I've been coming here, it's like a second home. It's like a great space, good energy, and everybody really welcoming. And so, yeah, it's been dope. I did a lot of detoxes from here, drank a lot of tea packs. Yeah.
Well, that's beautiful, brother, that you found out about this location, now being able to develop a connection and family here in this space. And so shout out to Naturally Herbs, shout out to Brother Desan. We're going to have the brother come back on the platform soon, and we all going to touch on our experience growing up in Richmond and just bringing a higher vibration to the people in health and wellness, you know. But is anything that you would like to update the people about, any upcoming events or any upcoming things that you got going on that you're looking forward to presenting, new music, any new projects that you're going to drop on the people, drop on the streets?
Absolutely. I got a lot of stuff going on. So a few different collaborations that I've did recently where I create poems for intros for albums. So I got some work that I did with Monty Draper, who's from Richmond. Got some work with Leo. That's part of the Chiller Gang. They got an album that's coming in March. They gonna drop. I just did a collaboration with some of my folks that has a clothing line, and those clothes are dropping on Friday. It'll be available for purchase. It has a Richmond logo on there. It's a design specifically for Richmond that I helped think out, and so it's dope. It's very colorful. What else I got? I'll be in the garden on a weekly basis. I do young men's groups in Crescent Park on a weekly basis. So we've been working with them young brothers and going on trips. We went to K1 Speed recently. And just be looking forward to seeing more of my face in the community, on social media platforms, with messages that come from my heart and my mind, that's pure. And the intention for my messages is to just spark new thoughts in people's minds, give them a different perspective. And I'm trying to think if is there anything else just look for more content, look for more creation coming from me, and also support the things that I've already done, because they still need a lot of support, from my books to my poetry that's on all of the platforms, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, etc., to my candy walnuts, my divine treats.
Yeah, them the divine treats that the brother got. He got a few different options, but they're very delicious. Oh, there go a batch right there. Divine treats. How did that manifest? If you would like to share that with the people.
Yeah, but I'll share that. So I've been doing candy walnuts since 2020. And so how that came about was I was working here in Naturally Herbs. And the brother Desan showed me how to make the chocolate flavor that I make with the date syrup, and it's infused with sea moss powder. And after he showed me that, I went home and I started to mess around in the kitchen, and I came up with more flavors. So right now I got about 7 flavors, from maple to apple cinnamon to blueberry, strawberry, pomegranate. So that's how that came about. And I first started like vending at different events and started putting the walnuts here in the store, and they always sell out. So right now I'm just focusing on expanding to new stores. I recently put some walnuts in iMystic in Oakland, so shout out to that brother. So yeah, that's the 2 stores that you can definitely stop by and grab some of the walnuts. But also you can tap in with me directly if that's how you want to go about it, and I can make sure you get them, whether it's hand to hand or mail. Yeah.
Hey, give thanks. Well, y'all support my good brother. It's an honor to have the brother take time to share some of his peace, his perspective, and some of his journey, and to let y'all know what he got going on here in the world and how he's cultivating that peace, man. And we need more peace. We need more brothers and sisters coming from the hoods that look like us to represent a higher vibration, to uplift our people, because we in this system. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jackson said, they don't really care about us. Them higher ups, them government beings and all that stuff. We got to do for self. And we got to create systems and networks amongst each other and support each other as humanity. You know what I'm saying? So let's support each other by uplifting the fallen humanity. Shay, shout out to my good brother TJ. And stay tuned. Follow my good brother. And stay tuned with Peace TV. Peace.
Royalty, we royalty, we royalty, we royalty.
Lodge laced it up.
Royalty, the ancestors spoil me, manifesting prosperity every day of the week. Abundance always around we. I do this with my people, tapping in collectively. Ayy, got connections overseas, locked in with some kings and queens. Ayy, from Haiti, Africa to Jamaica, we coming with these high vibrations.